क्या सवेरे अपना कहा है मुझको अपने गले लगाते दर्पण में दिल के देखा तुझसे नीत मुस्कुराते आंगन में मन के मेरे तारों ने डेरा डाला राहों में जिंदगी के फैला हुआ उजाला फैला हुआ उजाला तकदीर की तस्वीर को किरणों से सजाते दर्पण में दिल के देखा तुझे नीत मुस्कुराते
Om Shanti, Didi.
Good morning, Om Shanti.
Very good morning, Didi. Very good morning to all. And warm greetings from Singapore family to Didi and all the divine family from everywhere. And, on behalf of Singapore family and also all of us present here online, I would like to invite, Didi with a bouquet of flowers. So Didi, please accept the flowers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, welcome Didi for today's session. The topic is, passing all 4 subjects with honors. We are all so fortunate, Didi, to be sustained by you, through your wisdom, experience, and all the good wishes for us. So to start with today's session, would like to request you, Didi, to brief about the topic and before we move on to the Q&A. So over to you, Didi. Thank you so much.
Om Shanti. We are all godly students studying. Mama gives us treasures equally to all of us. But what we adopt in our practical life is different. Some pay a lot of attention to one subject, some pay attention to another subject. Some are jnani, really listening to Murli every day. Some are yogi, who spend a lot of hours in yoga. Naturally, jnana and yoga will lead to the 3rd subject of dharana. More we have yoga, dharana is easy. And some are just interested in seva. And nowadays we find many are so much interested in seva that they don't have time to have Amrit Vela, Karma Yoga, or Murli. So, depending on that subjects that they study, they will be able to receive marks. So we have these 4 subjects to study, and Baba is not only our father, but teacher, and he gives us Murli every day without fail. So Baba never missed Murli, giving Murli. And now we are revising Murli. It may be 6th or 7th time that we are revising Murli. But Murli seems to give us some or other new points. And so we should never miss Murli. Amrit Vela is also very important. And during the day, Karma Yoga, Seva, Baba says 8 hours do yoga, 8 hours for Seva, and 8 hours for body. So we should have that balance. And with the balance of yoga and seva, we will be able to do world service. So self-service also should not be neglected. We should pay attention to the self-study also. Om Shanti. Srinivai, you can ask now question.
Thank you so much, Didi, for the essential briefing on the 4 subjects. And so now we will be moving to Q&A. And I would like to request all the participants to post their questions so that we can take them subsequently. So yes, Didi, the first question is, what is the pass mark or minimum marks required to get into golden age? So if we excel in just one of the, not all 4, can we still come into the golden age? Or must we pass well in all 4 subjects?
Mama hasn't ever clarified percentage of marks. But my assumption is we should require minimum 50% in all subjects to come to the golden age. Now, if we excel in one subject, but other subjects is, even one subject is less than 50%, then we will not come in golden age, we will be in silver age.
Thank you so much, Didi. Very clear answer. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the second question, which is, many BKs are very interested in the subject of surveys, and are doing very well in surveys, but do not show as much interest in other subjects of Gyan or Yoga, even daily coming to on-site Murali, etc. And so what would be their status be like?
If BKs are not interested in Gyan and Yoga, but very much interested in Seva, their dharana and Seva will not be so much powerful. So, depending on their purity, they will be in Moon dynasty rulers. If they are pure, they will be in Moon dynasty.
Okay, Didi, thank you. So the next question is, in the Rosary of Victory, there are Brahmins souls who pass with 100% marks. So that is with honors. So what do you think? What was their efforts like?
To be part of 8 jewels one has to surrender everything to Baba. Second, faith in the intellect, never having any doubt in Gyan, Baba's teaching, or any of the subjects. Third, they need to be deep, uninterrupted love for Baba. No one but Baba in their life. Fourth, knowledgeful. Fifth, karma yogi, constant yogi. Sixth, tireless server. Seventh, purity in thoughts, words, and actions. So have to have 100 marks in all subjects.
Thank you so much, Didi. Very, very clear. Surrendered nature, having 100% faith, uninterrupted love on Baba, and being a knowledgeful, constant yogi. Tireless in service and the purity in the mansa, vacha, karmana. Thank you so much. So the next question, fourth one, which is Baba has mentioned that yoga is an important subject. Basically to absolve our sins and to empower ourselves. But what if I am still weak in the subject, in this particular subject, although I follow all maryadas, follow all Srimat, dutifully? But what is the status would I claim in this context?
If someone is weak in yoga, unless he gets 50% marks, he will be in Moon Dynasty. Status will depend on how many subjects he creates and makes other equal to him.
Okay, Didi. In connection to this, Baba has also said that we will go into the silver age if we fail in the subject of particularly in yoga. So what does it mean to fail in yoga?
To fail in yoga means less than 50% marks.
Okay.
And then they will go naturally to Moon Dynasty, Silver Age.
Thank you, Didi. Very, very clear. Every subject has to be minimum of 50% to claim golden aged. Yeah. And the next question is, if I have to pass with honors, I need to get high scores in all 4 subjects. Say for service, if there isn't much service opportunity for me in the place where I live due to my personal commitments or family situations, so I do not have that means to serve through words or wealth or actions. So how can I score well in this particular subject of service?
You have to do Mansa Seva. You can score well in this 4th subject if you are doing very well Mansa Seva and in the world, in the family, at your job, and whoever comes in contact. Because when you are working or in the family, there are many people who are surrounding you. You can serve them through your wine, through your sweetness, through your love and cooperation.
Thank you, Didi. It's very clear. Mansa Seva is the greatest service. Yeah. And the question number 6 is, I'm a new Brahmin child who came very late in Gyan, even when the Avyakt part was already over. So I have just started my routine of Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, and Seva. So will I be able to make it to golden age? Or will I be able to claim a high status? Is there any chance to come into the rosary of 108 or even 16,108? Or do you think it's too late now?
It is not too late. Even if you work hard in all 4 subjects, you can come into rosary of 16,108 at least. 108, I'm not sure whether you can come because time is very short.
Thank you so much, Didi. That's a great motivation for all the new BKs. Thank you so much. And on the similar note, secondly, even though we are getting, lovely sustenance from all the seniors like you, I still have not felt the love of the senior dadis, Dadi Prakash Mani, all the big dadis that we used to have. So that makes me sometimes feel disappointed, because why did my path start so late? How to overcome this inner feeling that we are depriving of this dadi's love?
You should not allow negative feeling of disappointment. At least you know Baba. And if you read the biography of Dadis, you will know their sacrifice, love for Bab Dada, and unlimited disinterest, and may feel the love of Dadis.
Thank you, Didi. And the next question is, so Didi, what are your personal efforts in all these 4 subjects, if you don't mind to share?
Never miss Murli. As far as possible, I read Murli. Nowadays, I read in the class 5 times a week. But even if I'm not reading in class, I read beforehand once and listen to the live Murli in Gyan Sarovar. Second, paying attention to Karma Yoga during day, and usually 7 to 7:30 p.m. yoga. I go to meditation hall and lead meditation. And my aim is to keep Baba as my companion. Next is giving love and respect to everyone and good wishes for everyone. And for Seva, more Mansa Seva, listen to everyone, advise them, answering emails, etc. Because last 7-8 months, I haven't been out, but last month or this month, 16 to 6 to 16 July, went to Bangalore to conduct retreat for Asia Pacific centers. But otherwise, not much going out. But whatever conferences, parties are happening in Gyan Sarovar, I participate in them.
Thank you so much, Didi, for sharing that. That we already see from you every way, every possible way. Despite your busy and all other schedules, you are sustaining us so much. With so much love, with so much good wishes and feelings. And not only that, we always get reply from you. I don't know how many people contact you. We always get replies from you. So thank you so much for sustaining us. And the next question is, someone is a powerful yogi, but unable to get along with other BKs. How would they be awarded the marks? Those particularly can't get along with other BKs.
Those who are unable to have good relationship with others will not be part of victorious rosary or any rosary, because in rosary the beads have to harmonize, and if you don't get along with others, you can't be part of rosary.
Okay. So everyone can hear what Didi is saying? Hope everyone can hear, right? Can someone respond?
From Shanti, yes, Srinivas Bhai, we can hear.
Thank you so much, sister. Yeah. So the next question, Didi. I'm a long time BK following all Brahmin principles. Lately, I have become slack in my efforts as I am aging and feel fatigue easily. So will I still be able to claim a high status based on my previous efforts?
Yes, I think you will be able to claim high status based on your earlier effort.
Thank you so much, Didi. It's a very good news for all the old BKs, but we still need to make effort. Yeah. And the next question, Didi, what does sleepiness in yoga indicate? Is it carelessness or is it inaccurate efforts?
Sleepiness in yoga first is karmic account. There is a burden of past karmic account. Second is carelessness. Third, not going to sleep at right time or not having 5 to 6 hours sleep. So they are tired and sleepy during Amrit Vela.
Thank you, Didi, for a
Next one.
So the next one, I'm aware that the power of transformation is to check and change that instant. But checking is easy, but often changing is difficult. So please advise, what is the fundamental Gyani point to apply in order to able to bring that change successfully in that moment?
To change myself, I need yoga power and determination that I want to change. No carelessness, no excuses to miss Amrit Vela, Murli, and Karma Yoga. So by paying attention to especially Murli and yoga, one can change.
Thank you, Didi. Let's move on to the next question. Over the last few years, BKs are offered lots of support in Gyan in the form of sharings, tools and techniques for self-progress, and YouTube classes. I mean, it is truly overwhelming, So these are truly, really great. But on the flip side, they can be truly overwhelming for some. But, it's too much to digest, especially for newer BKs. So they can get lost and end up with a lack of focus or direction. So what do you suggest, Didi, for these cases, especially last 2-3 years, overwhelming classes, so many sharings, but it is too much for some people to digest. What do you suggest?
If they are overwhelmed to listen to too many classes, and especially the new ones, they should not listen to many classes, but focus on one or two class and implement them in their life, so that there is progress. It may not be too. Next one.
Sure, Didi. Many new BKs in Gyan are enthusiastic to share the knowledge or to do surveys. However, they do not have sufficient understanding of Yagya system, Yagya structure, and nor personal dharana is not to the level of what is needed. So might to do, harm than good to others, either both laukik or alaukik. So what can be done to support these enthusiastic new ones before they start the surveys?
You should remember the history of Yagya. In Yagya, that you have to first make your foundation of Jnana, Yoga, Dharana firm. So Baba gave them 14 years bhakti, and then he sent them on service. In the same way, what we have to do is new ones. We should advise that they should be patient enough and make their Gyan Yoga foundation firm.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. And the next question is, in a recent Murali, Baba said that if a soul harbors a trace of waste or impure thoughts or feelings, the sakash they give us, they give to anyone, is not effective. So none of us BKs are totally pure in our thoughts or feelings yet. So does this mean that the sakash we give to the world is not effective, and that we need to be, near karmatit stage for it to be effective? What do you suggest?
I don't agree that we have to be nearly karmatit before you can start giving sakas. No, if you have powerful yoga, and then sakas will reach much. If that, depending on how much yoga they have, sakas will reach that much or that much percent. But you don't need to wait till you become karmatit to give sakas.
Thank you, Didi. Very, very practical. Yeah. So the next question is, obstacles to study or yoga or spiritual endeavor are generally the same. Most likely either laziness or carelessness or sleepiness. What is the root of these and how to overcome these three evils?
To overcome these three evils, we have to be knowing and appreciate the value of Sangam Yoga. It is a time to create our fortune of 21 births. We can't afford to waste this time, thoughts, and energy. So once people realize the value, they won't waste.
Thank you, Didi. So the next question is, how many BKs are there in the rosary of Vishnu? And what is the range of marks needed to come into this, particularly the rosary of victory? Rosary of Vishnu. And is the rosary of Runda a rosary of, is it both are same? Rudra and Runda both are same? or is it different? So does the rosary of 16,108 souls consist of all of the prince and princesses by end of Silver Age? Or how many marks are required to be in this rosary?
In the rosary of victory or Vishnu, there are 108 souls. It's the same as rosary of Runda. But the rosary of Rudra is different. It is rosary of Rudra is of all souls.
Thank you, Didi. Very clear.
No, and
Sorry, please go ahead.
to be part of victorious rosary, I assume that we will need 75% marks at least. And for rosary of 16,108, it does consist of all prince and princess. By the end of the age, it was at least 50% marks.
At least 50% marks. Thank you, Didi, for clarifying.
Percentage of marks.
Yeah. Thank you, Didi, for clarifying on Runda Mala and Rudra Mala as well. So thank you. And the next question is, how do we Sorry? Okay.
Yeah.
How do we practice let the past be the past? I can't let go of the past, even though I tried yoga with Baba and applying Gyan. Didi, please advise a solution that will make me finish this past completely.
To apply full stop to past, we need to keep our mind busy with either churning Gyan, Vishwadarshan Chakradhari, and as soon as negative or past come in the mind, be in our control of the mind and give it away.
Okay.
Give it away those thoughts.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. And the last question, and then before we move on to chat questions in the chat. So when giving good wishes and pure feelings, what are the exact thoughts or words to have in our minds for someone who has lost a loved one or facing some hardships or problems in relationships, or maybe with the job or business? So what Gyani words are appropriate to say to them?
Those who have been or lost loved ones, if they are crying, tell them to stop crying and to give the departed soul power of yoga, that is peace. Because if you are crying, you are also causing sorrow to that departed souls. And I feel they need really love. So hug them and say, remember Baba, and have faith in Baba. And if you have full faith in Baba, you will get another job, or your hardship will be removed. Because in Australia, one airlines was in debt and they shut that airlines. One day, all the doors were so shut in that airport before giving any notice. So people and steward and workers in the airport, they came and they saw the doors shut. So they lost their job. Now, Brahman brother was working in that airlines and he was engineer looking after the aircraft, and the airline maintained the aircraft until they were sold to another airline. So he didn't lose his job, and another airline who took over that aeroplanes, they employed him. So the thing is, if Brahmins are really having faith in Baba, Baba looks after them. So the thing is, if these people are jnani, it's easy to help them. But if they are jnani, then we can at least remember God and have faith in God. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you very much. So maybe we can take just maybe one or two questions from the chat, and before we close the session. So,
okay,
Didi, Baba says we receive two main blessings from the Father. One is be constantly yogi. May you be a yogi. May you be pure. So, can Didi explain how to use these two blessings effectively in our practical life?
Mainly, if you try to be yogi and pure, you will find that your life is a good example in front of others. So it can be used at each step. Yoga power we need at each step of our life. So it can be used. There is no doubt.
Okay. And the next one, Didi, Om Shanti, Didi, how can we put marks to ourselves? Because we don't have marking scheme, but we think we are perfect in all four subjects. So can you please advise how should we make this marking system to mark ourselves? How can we give the marks?
I understand it's a little bit difficult, but you have to guess. You have to be your own teacher, Baba says. Or also you can take the help of center in charge or center vasis to confirm what you are thinking is right or not.
Okay, Didi. So Didi, would you like to take another question, or should we close now? It's another 4 minutes. Do you think you can take
one question?
Okay.
One question.
Thank you, Didi. Baba says reach a state of maturity by having yoga. Could Didi explain how to achieve this?
We have to use our jnani third eye in everything and be mature, because jnana and yoga make us wise, and wisdom practically used will help in each and every situation.
Understand. Thank you. Thank you so much, Didi. I think, thanks a lot, Didi, for answering all the questions. Really appreciated, Yes, Didi.
Or net is really not working regularly.
No problem at all, Didi. Nothing, no interruptions could stop us. That's where, everyone is clearly hearing what you're saying. So thank you so much for answering, for making this session, very light-hearted despite all the challenges with technical things. So many thanks, Didi, for always guiding us, supporting us, inspiring us, and sustaining us by sharing the pearls of wisdom in a very easy and natural manner. Just like you, Didi, as you are always, Saral and Sahaj Yogi, very easy and natural yogi you are. And sharings from you are always light, natural, and very practical, that anyone can understand and can apply in our life. So on behalf of all of us, once again, thank you so much, Didi, for guiding us on the spiritual journey. So thank you so much. And last but not least, I think many thanks to all those connected online today for making time to join this session. So hope, I think despite all the problems in, connections and everything, Didi still made it, to complete this session. So thanks a lot. And thank you very much. Let's meet again in the next time. So maybe to end today's session, let's have a moment of silence and remembering Baba and thank Didi as well.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi. Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a good day.